Morning, everybody. Mark Scotty reporting, and we're live. We don't agree on everything, but I think we'll agree on this. How you doing, everybody? Sing along if you know the words. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. And from the mountain to the prairie to the ocean where I will fall. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Hey, give that guy a hand. Hey, God bless America, man. Oh man, how you doing, everybody? Mark Scotty reporting today. Oh man, I was taking a stroll down memory lane. I feel all I don't know. For whatever reason, emotion kicks up. And you know when you look back on your life, sometimes you look back and say, was it all worth it? Am I heading in the right direction? And you kind of scrounge for clarity in a very cloudy world, right? And and there's the topics of the day. Are we being consumed by it, right? So I was just taking a stroll down memory lane. I was looking at the videos here on YouTube, and it's it's quite a collection, right? I was looking back at my website. You look at some of the material here, Caesar Sayoc. This is my website. This is YouTube. All the videos are up. When we were talking about, you remember Caesar Sayoc, the guy who allegedly, sent bombs, dead bombs to top Democratic leaders to scare the shit out of them. Remember that stuff, man? Or getting confronted on the street by crazy anti-mask people. Yeah, remember the chaos with George Webb? You remember George Webb, the crazy guy that George Webb. Where is he? What happened to him? Right? But did he kill his best friend? You remember Jenny Moore? We did the Jenny Moore investigation. Suddenly, George Webb and Jenny Moore are investigating, and Jenny Moore dies. Right? You remember that story? All the videos are here. They're up. And I got to look back. Even YouTube loves the fact that I put up my last video as a joke 3 years ago, and they like promote that one, And I think it's a good career. I think it's a good direction. All of the Jeffrey Epstein stuff, all the parades. How about this, right? Or even my on the. We're going to talk about Artemis today. We're going to talk about, after I talk about myself for a little bit, we'll talk about Artemis. We're going back to the moon, kids. We are going back to the moon. That's right. I said we are going back to the moon, which means, according to the language, we were already there. There's many people that don't believe we even went. And I hear your cries in the chat. I hear, not in the chat, but in the comments. I know. It's hard to understand. But what we're gonna find out for sure, we're never gonna find out if in 1969 with very, very inferior equipment, we actually got to the moon, right? With guys literally wrapped in aluminum foil. Their ship was wrapped in aluminum foil. And they landed on the moon, and then they were able to navigate a rocket back to Earth. Right? We're gonna whether we believe that or not, whether it was staged, whether it was real, whether it was lost technology, whether it was a miracle. Right? Miracles happen sometimes, right? The will of human beings to prevail. Right? Flying to the moon wrapped in aluminum foil and surviving it. It's possible. It is possible. But what we're going to find out with Artemis, the next moon extravaganza is coming. So for all the people that doubt in 1969 we were able to do it, you're going to have another chance to watch mankind try it, maybe once again, right? And get back there. Right? We're going to fly to the moon. We're not going to land on the moon, but we're going to send a rocket that's going to circulate around the moon and then go 40,000 miles past the moon. Right? To me, that sounds like a photo opportunity. What NASA's trying to get is a photo of the moon in front of the Earth. So, because we don't have anything like that. We've never had an angle like that, where we surpass the moon, take a picture, and you could see the moon with the Earth in the background from a distance. Right? That's definitely going to happen. If they fly a rocket 40,000 miles past the moon. So to me, very exciting. On Saturday, we're going to get to watch a rocket take off from Nassau. And I don't know, people might believe that it's not really happening, what's happening in front of them. But getting back to some of the work, things that I was most proud of. This is the Bernie Sanders campaign in Brooklyn. Now, a lot of the things that I talked about in this video, you know, are like banned and boogered and not allowed to be spoken. But watch just one little piece of it. Hey, can I see a sign? That's an old sign.
Yeah, 2016.
Oh, I got one of those too, man.
Yeah.
You got it upside down, right?
Upside down, yeah. There you go.
Got to plug your can to the right side up, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, so what do you think? Could he win this time? What's different? You were there the last time.
Absolutely. I see this huge line. It's for his first rally of the year. People are excited. People are excited. Yeah, it's unbelievable. People have seen nearly 4 years of Trump now. They're ready to get him out.
CNN will be like, yeah, he's too old though. They're coming for. There's nobody here.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, no doubt. They'll try to undermine him any way they can, but they can't stop the sheer amount of excitement that people have for him.
Wow. So here's a young man, 19. This is 2019 when I was at the Bernie Sanders campaign in Brooklyn. I'm not pointing it out because it was Bernie Sanders. I'm just pointing it out because listen to what the young man is saying online. I was at that rally, and the lines were wrapped around the street, and just continue to listen to what he said. It's fascinating. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's getting out much early. So what about the dirty Democrats? Could he overcome the margin of cheating this time? Whoops, I said cheating. We don't say cheating anymore. We're not allowed to say that that people in elections cheat because they don't. Right? What we do is today in elections, right? We don't call it cheating. We call it outmaneuvering, right? The Democrats outmaneuvered Bernie. That's not cheating, right? That's we change the rules as we go along, right? And then we outmaneuver you because we change the rules because we control the rules. So that's so we have to correct our language. We don't want to call anybody a cheater or a rigger, right? But this young man saw it, right? Can he overcome the margin of cheating? There's nobody here.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, no doubt. They'll try to undermine him any way they can, but they can't stop the sheer amount of excitement that people have for him.
Were the Democrats able to stop the excitement that young people had for Bernie Sanders? Yeah. But what happened? What was the spinoff with young people like this? Right? What happened to young people like this? This is 2019. Where is this guy? He's Antifa. He's now it's radicalized. The young people like this get radicalized because they see that their elections are not conducive to them, right? That they don't have enough power to influence an election, even if it favors the people. And they realize it. So what do? They go to the underground, right? We say, you rigged the election, you canceled 200,000 voters in Brooklyn alone, right? That's cheating. And the Democrats turn around and say, no. That's not cheating. That's that's outmaneuvering, right? Bernie, those people were not properly registered Democrats, right? So let's just continue to listen to what he said. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's getting out. He's getting out much early. So what about the dirty Democrats? Could he overcome the margin of cheating this time? Oops. Do you agree that there was cheating?
Oh, absolutely. It was rigged 100%, and those were proved in the DNC leak by WikiLeaks.
Oh my God! A young man online for Bernie Sanders said, without a doubt, inescapable.
No, that's a proven thing. That's not
proven.
Even something people can argue at this point. Can he overcome it? Yeah, absolutely. I think he can. I think he can. I think people saw what was done to him in 2016, and people are mad and people are motivated even more than 2016, I think.
So are you vote blue no matter who? If he gets the shaft again, are you gonna vote for a shit sandwich?
You know, I can't say that I would. I couldn't bring myself to vote for Hillary in 2016.
Who'd you vote for? Do you mind if I ask? Jill Stein?
Well, I would have voted for Jill Stein, but she wasn't on the ballot in South Dakota, so
gotcha.
So I couldn't vote for Jill Stein, but I would have. No, I can't bring myself to vote for someone that you know, if they're not going to promise, if they're not going to make real promise.
This is America, right? This is an American young man in Brooklyn who came down to support his candidate in the face of rigging and cheating and manipulation, and he was still online. I don't know. I'm just rolling back memory lane. Whatever. I see people in the chat. Oh, Bernie's a fucking this and Bernie's that. That's not the point. The point is when people rise up and pick a leader, and that leader is outmaneuvered by very, very powerful, influential people, and is ultimately silenced and put in the background. I think that's disturbing. You know, I think that I just think it's disturbing. I think this is a great piece. For a year and a half, it wasn't available on YouTube for whatever reason. Right? My site was gone, but it's back up. So you know, I just say, you know, it's. As I look back on the past, I wonder if any of this is really worth it. You know, what kind of work are we doing, right? All the Jenny Moore stuff, the violence, the Antifa riots that I covered, right, and such. So anyway, man. So enjoy those videos. I hope you I hope you do, man. I hope you do. So anyway, what else we got? Oh, my name is Marcus Conte. I got a website. This is my thumbnail today. We're going to talk about Artemis just a little bit. There is a live streaming right now. They're scheduled to, it seems, to blast off to the moon again. We're going back to the moon on Saturday, 45-day adventure to the moon. So we'll look at the details, the newest details coming from NASA regarding this. I have a website. My name is Marcus Conte. All the videos are up. I believe this is video number 31 in our live series back here on YouTube. Half of them we got cut halfway through, and so you could see those on D Live and Rumble. All you got to do is just come to my site, marcusconte.com, and all 31 videos are here. Some of them got deleted on YouTube. Some of them are just not here because we weren't allowed to put them here. So come on down, man. We love. We got cut halfway through. Hold on a second. And so shut me up, man. I got to shut me up. What else? I forgot what I was saying. Yeah. So anyway, the moon, to the moon. We're going to the moon. So yeah, all the videos are here. If you missed anything, this is number 31 in a 100 video series. I had this idea to do 100 videos and come back, and then once we get to 100, we'll change it up a little bit. What else? Yeah, so let's start here. So Donald Trump. You remember Donald Trump? He was the president from 2016 to 2020. Some view him as a fabulous president, an outspoken president who combated this, that, and the other thing on behalf of the people, and was ultimately impeached and kicked out of office and accused of felony, rioting and all that nonsense, right? Insurrection, that's the word, right? Well, it turns out that the FBI, we heard, raided Trump's house because there was allegations that Trump was holding on to top secret information. Now, Trump said, "Come and get it." Yeah, I got a couple of boxes in a case, right? So there's no real crime there, right? Trump, in possession of top secret information as a former president, is qualified to declassify. Is it proper that Trump took highly classified material away from the White House and away from the areas that information should have been housed? Well, you can make an argument there that Trump exercised some kind of recklessness. But remember, it's Donald Trump. He's the ex-president surrounded by Secret Service 24/7. So the idea of that material actually leaking out is slim to none. But that's not what the investigation is about. The investigation is about trying to smear Trump for taking classified information away from where it was supposed to be, right? Because Trump is guilty of accusing people like Hillary Clinton and the Rat Pack, even Obama, of mishandling classified information. So, but that's not what they're going after. So the DOJ did that, and when asked, what did you find? It turns out that they did find boxes of stuff. Some of it marked top secret. Okay, so Trump is theoretically guilty of removing top secret information from the quarters, but that's not what they're trying to get him for. They're trying to get now, Trump is now being prosecuted or attacked for a process crime, meaning that his lawyers told the FBI that, yeah, there was some boxes down in the storage room, come and get them, right? But it turns out Trump had a couple of extra files in his desk. And because the lawyers said that the stuff was in the storage bin and not the desk, now we have a crime. You see how our society works? You see how our justice system works? It's not about the classified information. It's not about Trump's handling of that classified information. It's about painting Trump as a liar. You told us the information was over there, but you had some other information over here. All right, so here it is. The Justice Department said in a new court filing that government records were likely concealed at Mar-a-Lago in a potential effort to obstruct their federal probe into classified material at the former president's Florida estate. So there you go. The FBI is not saying that anything Trump took was forbidden or foul or shouldn't have been. They're saying that Trump likely concealed and obstructed a federal probe. You see how it echoes out? The FBI will never admit that they wrongly, in my view, raided a fucking ex-president's house looking for boxes of stuff that they didn't even know what it was. Right? But it wasn't where they thought it was. It was, instead of being over here, Trump had it spread out over there. Right? So what? Right? But that's the crime. Trump is now being, attacked for process crime. The Tuesday night court filing indicates that federal investigators are looking into whether Trump's camp intentionally misled them about the unlawful possession of secret documents. So you see how the table turns? No. Trump misled the FBI. It's a story. The FBI is engaging in political storytelling. Right? This is an ex-president of the United States. Right? Lawyers lie all the time. Lawyers give half-truth all the time. That's what lawyers do. Is Trump guilty? Does anybody feel bad? Does anybody feel in danger about Trump having some top-secret documents in his desk drawer as opposed to being in a storage bin down the hallway? I don't. I don't think it's this is all a nothing burger. All a nothing burger. But that's how the feds are going to promote it now. And they're going to leak it out as Trump starts to run for re-election. The FBI is going to start leaking out secret documents. Trump mishandled classified information. He obstructed justice. As if the FBI represents justice. Come on, man. FBI represents politics. It's politically driven at the top. Maybe not at lower levels, but at the top level of the FBI, it's pure politics. So there they go. They're going after Trump for a process crime. He intentionally misled the FBI because he said the box was over there when it was over here. Either way, the FBI got their box. They're not complaining about what they got. They're not telling us what was in the box or why it's important. They're telling us that Trump lied to us about where the box was. It's total fucking bullshit. It's absolute garbage. It's a garbage story. But it's very powerful for jerk-offs like Joe Biden, who's where there's evidence sitting in Congress right now of him and his son engaging in high-level quid pro quo with, oligarchs in Ukraine, from Russia, possibly China as well. So anyway, man. So Timothy Mansker says, the documents in the chat, the documents were safer at Donald Trump's house. I agree. Trump has got tight lips, man. Hey, you know what? Right? If you think that, look, if a guy becomes president, don't you think he has access in some way to very, very sensitive information? Like, did we really go to the moon? Right? Who killed JFK? Right? It's likely that Trump knows the answers to a lot of these questions, and thus far has never uttered a word. Right? Wouldn't it be interesting if Trump came out and said, JFK was shot by the FBI. We never went to the moon. That was a studio in London. That would be amazing. Right? Trump should do that, man. Why run for president when you were there already? Why don't you expose the seat? Right? Maybe he is, and that's why they're coming after him. Right? He threatens to expose the hypocrisy that is the United States government, or the hypocrisies within the government. Right? So anyway, that's Trump. They got him on. They got him backing up. They got him on his heels. Burning Man. You remember Burning Man? Burning Man is back. What is Burning Man? Inside the wild free love scene, complete with an orgy dome and crazy art. So every year, with the exception of the pandemic years, wild and wacky people, occultists, right? There's jerk-offs on YouTube. They're occultists. They're Satanists. No. Human beings have a wild streak. Excuse me. Human beings have a wild streak, right? Every once in a while, human beings like to get their freak on. And Burning Man, in my view, is just another example of that. Every year, people gather out in the Nevada desert and they go wild. Right? They have wild orgies in the dome. They dance naked around fires. Right? They do art installations. Right? That are, look at this, interesting. They ride their bicycles in the 100-degree weather. Right? And look at this wild art. I don't know what it is. It's interesting. Right? Maybe that's the orgy dome right there. So Burning Man is back. Burning Man is back, whether you like it or not. What's the orgy dome? That's what I want to see. What's the orgy dome look like? Ooh, the orgy dome. Orgy dome. Come on in. Come on in. We got an orgy dome for you. Orgy dome is geared up to return to Playa, and we want you with us. Join us at the Orgy Dome. So Burning Man is back. We'll keep an eye on that. That's always fun to watch. And I've never been and probably will never go. But it is interesting. It is an interesting gathering in America. Look at this. I was talking about yesterday about taking care of oneself, right? We're pumping our children with upwards of 10 medications because they don't know how to handle. They don't know how to handle. You just have to bear with me with my diction right now. I'm having a problem because my teeth are falling out. But yesterday we learned that that we are in America pumping our children with upwards of 10 antidepressant, anti-anxiety type medications like Ritalin and Prozac and other meds. And we find out that, look at this, over 75% of American adults are failing at exercise. Do you ever ask? I mean, I think it's a proper question for the medical field to ask. Excuse me, sir. Do you? Can I before I prescribe these very, very dangerous medications to you? Can I ask you a few questions about A, your diet, what it is you eat, and B, do you ever exercise? When was the last time you lifted your arms above your fucking head? And did a push-up or a sit-up or just touch your toes, for Christ's sake. Asking people, it turns out that 75% of American adults are failing at exercise. That's 3 out of 4 Americans don't exercise enough or maybe at all. Right? Look at the obesity problem in this country. Go to your supermarket, stand in line, right? Or walk the aisles, go hang out by the candy and soda aisle and watch the fucking round people. That's right. Fat shame them, man. You are fat. Right? And you're hurting everybody else. You're eating too much. You know, when people are morbidly obese, their bodies become an incubator for disease. I don't know if you know that, but why are fat people more unhealthy than not fat people? Because their body is failing. Their body is busy fighting the fat, right? Pumping the blood to fat that they don't need, right? And so they become unhealthier, right? But only 1/4 of American adults are achieving the minimum amount of exercise suggested for a healthy life, according to the CDC. Data collected in 2020 and published shows only 24.2% of adults aged 18 and over meet the recommended amount of both aerobic and muscle strengthening activities for a combined average of 150 minutes per week. 6, 12, 18. That's about 3.5 hours per week, 3 hours per week of exercise. Now, I view that as 3 hours. It's about 30 minutes a day, right? 30 minutes a day or 30 minutes a day, but one day you do like an hour or two. You actually go all out, like you run or you swim, maybe 3 times a week. Or you got to get sweaty. You got to get sweaty for a period of time. But it turns out that, the statistics are correct, right? This fact right here, right, that over 35% of American adults fail at exercising, is way more damaging, way more life-threatening than any disease that humans think are killing them, right? Far more deadly than COVID, far more deadly than anything else, right? It's very, very, very bad that people don't exercise. They don't eat the right food. So that's the statistic. I'm not saying it. The holy CDC with Dr. Fauci, the guys that gave you the holy vaccine are telling it to you. Right? Are telling you people don't exercise, right? So they shoot people up with stuff to make them, compliant or safe. Here's another interesting statistic regarding COVID protocol. Right? We're following the science, right? Goldman Sachs lifts all COVID protocols, orders staff to return to office full time. Right? Oh, you're afraid of COVID? fuck you. All right? Come on back. All right? So that's Goldman Sachs, the holy grail of Wall Street, will lift all COVID protocols that have kept some workers away as it pushes all employees to return to the office 5 days a week. 5 days a week. So in a memo sent Tuesday, obtained by the Post, Goldman Sachs told workers it will no longer require vaccines, COVID testing, or masks. A signal it won't accept excuses for employees who claim COVID as a reason for working from home. Well, isn't that unscientific, Goldman Sachs? Why is Goldman Sachs allowed to declare that vaccines are no longer necessary? Why could Goldman Sachs do that with impunity? But people, guy down the block on YouTube says it, and he's banned for a year. Why is that? Could somebody? Why is that? So is Goldman Sachs following the science? Is Goldman Sachs putting people in danger by allowing them to be at the desk together without triple doses of vaccines and boosting and no mask and being less than 6 feet away? Oh my God, I think we're going to, what are we doing? Are we heading back to a new pandemic? So there it is, Goldman Sachs, 200 West Street headquarters, open for business. You got COVID? Fuck you. Come to work. So let's talk about this. Thank you for tuning in. It ended 11 seconds ago. So this is there's a live stream, or at least there was a live stream, of NASA, a real reason for going back to the moon. What is this? I don't know what this is. Hold on a second. What is this?
During today's video. If you're like me,
I don't know what this is, man. This live stream. Here it is. Right, so there's a live stream, right, and it's why is there music? So there's this live stream. This is live, and according to NASA, in 76 hours, they're going to try once again to blast off the rocket and go to the moon, go back to the moon in their own language. They're going back to the moon. All right? What is Artemis? What is this mission? Why we are going to the moon? We are going back to the moon for scientific discovery, economic benefits, and inspiration for a new generation of explorers, the Artemis generation. While maintaining American leadership in exploration, we will build a global alliance and explore deep space for the benefit of all. Wow! Let's listen.
We are going. The history of this agency is marked with broken barriers, once viewed as impossible, with science fiction turned reality, with innovations that have spun industries all their own, and with demonstrations of peace for all humankind.
We soar in the skies of our home planet. We maintain a human presence just outside of gravity, and we touch points all across the solar system and beyond. We're going back to the moon, and this is why.
The moon is a treasure trove of science.
It holds opportunities for us to make discoveries about our home planet, about our sun,
and about our solar system.
The wealth of knowledge to be gleaned from the moon will inspire a new generation of thought and action.
Without fail, every major program and
I don't know if I'm allowed to play this, so I'm just going to break it up a little bit.
mission NASA has invested in has led to technologies and capabilities that have shaped our culture.
The breakthroughs of the Artemis era will define our generation and the generations to follow.
Wow.
The tens of thousands of jobs associated with propelling us to the moon today are just the beginning of a lunar economy that will see hundreds of thousands of new jobs develop around the world.
He said lunar economy. That's funny.
This is not an ambition of one entity or one country. The exploration of the moon is a shared effort,
woven together by a desire for the greater good.
Why the moon? Because the missions of tomorrow will be sparked by the accomplishments of the Artemis generation today.
Because the ambition to go has already begun.
and because Mars is calling. We need to learn what it takes to establish.
He said Mars is calling. Mars is calling.
Community on another cosmic shore. So let's camp close before pushing out.
And so, we go to the moon now, not as a series of isolated missions, but to build a community on and around the moon capable of proving how to live on other worlds.
What are we going to do?
We'll use the lessons from more than 50 years of peaceful exploration.
Oh, they flashed the image.
We'll
there
use
it
the
is. Watch.
lessons from more than 50 years.
Is it real? Is it real? There's fucking Louis Armstrong on the moon. There's Neil Armstrong walking with his aluminum foil car. His car literally wrapped in aluminum foil to keep him safe from the elements. Walking on the moon with his American flag. Right? There's all kinds of theories that the flag could not have been flapping because there's no atmosphere or wind. Right? But anyway, whatever, man. Right? There's the image. That's the image that irritates people so much. Right? I love it. I think it's, I think it's fascinating. I just find it, today, could they really dupe us one more time? I don't know.
Years of peaceful exploration to send a new generation to the lunar surface to stay.
We will anchor our efforts on the lunar South Pole to establish the Artemis base.
Margie O says they fabricate the truth. Their so-called truth. Hey, Margie O, respectfully, who are they? Who are they? We always have to ask ourselves when we say, they fucked us. Who are they? They, it's usually when you're pointing a finger. When you point a finger, three are pointing back at you, Right? I don't say it sarcastically. I say it with love in my heart. Like, who is fabricating it? Who? Was it the United States government that fabricated the moon landing because they wanted to scare their enemies into thinking that they were so advanced we can't fuck with these people. They're walking on the moon, right? Was that the motive? Well, that is motive. I mean, there is motive.
Camp, positioning us for long-term science and exploration of the lunar surface.
We will prove what it takes to assemble a complex ship in deep space.
We will perfect descending down to and returning from a distant surface.
We will learn how humans can survive and thrive in a partial gravity environment.
With improved spacesuit designs, mobile habitats, and with reconnaissance robots pre-positioning and relocating supplies.
We will learn how to utilize the resources we find on these other worlds, starting with finding water ice and purifying it to drinkable water.
And refining that into
exploding or burning or, bursting into fucking explosion. All right? So whether there's a person in that rocket or not, I would guarantee they got the best camera equipment in the world, right? For all the billions of dollars they spent to photograph it. So,
and oxygen to breathe.
We will establish fission power plants on the surface of the moon capable of supporting a growing community of efforts.
And we will expand the logistics supply chain to enable commercial and international partners
To resupply and refuel deep space outposts.
None of this is simple or easy.
Or cheap.
But nothing in our history ever has been.
The Eagle has landed. You got a bunch of guys about to turn blue. We're breathing again. Thanks a lot.
This kind of continuous lunar presence is a natural extension of all that we've learned in low Earth orbit. And what we will accomplish there will ensure the monumental missions to Mars are within reach. as we ready the launch of the first Artemis mission, and as commercial companies ready their lunar landers for the first private payload deliveries, we have
Elon Musk has his hand in that with his SpaceX, by the way.
Already begun to take the next step.
Oh man, this is going to be good. You gotta admit, if nothing else, it's going to be fucking fascinating, right? To watch us blast off to the goddamn moon again. Oh shit, I missed it. The market, it's open. Holy cow. What's going on? Are we alive? We up? We down? Oh, So there we go again. We were down, we were up. Where are we now? We're fucking. So it looks like the markets want to go up this morning. The Nasdaq is up 99. The Dow Jones Industrial Average up 95. The S&P up 20. Apple, the magic apple, is up $1.26. Amazon's up $1. Google's up $1.50. Facebook is up 8. Microsoft up 3. Rivian up 79 cents. Tesla up 92 cents. Tesla split, by the way. If you had one, now you got 3. Walmart up 70 cents. So it looks like we have a green open right now. Things are going up. Lockheed Martin, Raytheon and Boeing stand to make a lot of money on this SpaceX stuff, right? The space Artemis stuff. Boeing, right? Boeing and Raytheon, right? Maybe they're moving away from weaponry, right? They're going to build. Look, isn't it? Why not, right? Why not go to the moon? What else do we have to do? What else are we doing here on Earth, right? Instead of burning fucking a hole in Earth, right? Why not go to the moon? Why not hang out in the moon? Build a house on the moon, and we could go there, and then we could build a rocket ship and blast off and go to Mars and take pictures and show everybody how amazing we are. I think it's fascinating. I'm really looking forward to it. What else? The holy vaccine stocks: Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer, Moderna, all green today. Every one of them. All 3 of the vaccine stocks are up. Robinhood, 14 cents. What else? Yeah, so the markets are, I don't know, excited right now. Looks like we're going up a little bit. Looks like we got a bump off the bottom. Let's see. There's the NASDAQ. Yeah, we're going higher. There it goes, right? There it goes. We're going higher. NASDAQ's 12,000 right now. Have we hit another bottom? Is it just temporary? Is it going to crash by the end of the day? I don't know. That was the top of 2 weeks ago. We were NASDAQ 13.1. Now we're NASDAQ 12. NASDAQ 1200. So we're down. We're 1,000 points off of the recent top of the NASDAQ. Are we going back up? Is the short squeeze on? I don't know. I really don't know, man. I don't know. But anyway, man. So anyway, Marcus Conte reporting. Wow, fascinating. Thank you, everybody, for joining me today. Weevil Girl in the chat. Weevil Girl will be with us Friday morning, and we're going to do meditation with Weevil Girl. Vinny DiMartini. Vinny will be here. He's going to try to help me understand a little more about Band Lab. We're going to start a virtual band here on this website, and everybody's allowed to join. I'll also, on Friday, I'll give a little instruction. It seems that when people jump into the live video conference, they don't know how to handle the technology. And I'll explain it on Friday. Very simply, you just, when you click the link, right, the Google Meet link, you go there and then you communicate with me and whoever else is there in 15 seconds in the future. You then shut off your YouTube or mute it. You can't watch yourself on YouTube yet because you're 20 seconds in the future. If you're watching YouTube, you're watching the wrong program. You have to watch and listen to the Google meeting. When you enter the meeting, that's where you stay and you quiet everything down and you have the conversation with the people in the room. I'll explain it again on Friday, and it'll hopefully it'll make more sense. So I don't have anything keyed up right now. So anyway, man, I'm just going to kill it right here. I don't have any music lined up. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. And thank you for a respectful conversation, even when we disagree, right? Instead of calling me a dickhead and a jerk off and having my head up my own ass like people like to do sometimes, right? About the moon landing, come here and I'm listening. I've heard, the spectrum of controversy, right? That you can't land on the moon because it's liquid. You can't blast off from Earth because it's flat. It's 250 degrees at night, freezing at night, and 250 degrees hot in the day. It's unsustainable. I know every argument that the layer of atmosphere is unpenetratable to humans and their silly little childish rockets that we try to fire. But we're going to find out. We're going to find out more about this adventure. We haven't sent a rocket into far, deep space, allegedly, since 1969. Right? That's what they say. We haven't been able to do it. Are we able to do it? We're going to find out, man. So Friday we will definitely find out. So thank you all for joining me. Marcus Conte reporting.